Hey guys, this is gonna be a guide when it comes to how to play the twins on global right now. On global, here's a little bit of a disclaimer, we don't have any synergy available for the twins yet. Their teammate is released in the very next version, in the 3rd anniversary, with a free character called Coppelia. And even then, don't make the mistake and think that there is some kind of synergy here coming alive or anything. The Twins' kit doesn't do anything. It has no synergy. All it does is deal straight up damage. The only thing that other instrument characters would do for the Twins is simply give them a little bit more energy so that they can use their incantations a little bit more consistently. That is it. There is no synergy whatsoever with anything going on. So if you think that right now the Twins are a little bit of a mediocre character because there's no synergy going on as their teammates are not in the game, that will stay pretty much exactly the same. They will see the tiniest of tiniest buffs when there are other instrument characters released, because one more time, everything that other instrument characters do for the Twins is accumulate the energy for them. That's it. There is no synergy. So anyways, for right now on global, you want to play the Twins in the Dynamo archetype so that you can put them under the pulsing field. You want to play them, of course, with Sharon. You want to play them together with Enigma to help establish the pulsing field on level 3 and keep it there more consistently. You want to use the character Ulrich because of his 2 incantations, providing pretty good and significant buffs to the Twins, but it is all about the fact that it has the pulsing field. Look, the best team in the entire game is of course Blood Tide, and second place goes to Dynamo. In Blood Tide, the Twins would be completely unplayable because they do not profit from filling the Blood Tide, and they don't fill the Blood Tide meter either as well. So you put them in Dynamo simply because that is the second best team in the entire game, and they're actually somewhat playable, even though they hurt the team of course because they don't help accumulating dynamos, and the whole synergy there with them again goes completely flushed down the drain. But that is the very best place for the Twins right now on the global server. So that is the reason why we want to play the Twins in the Dynamo lineup. Now let's hop into battle and see how all of this plays out in action. There's one very key note that you have to be aware of, and that is the Twins ultimate. The Twins ultimate will deal increased damage depending on how much energy you use once the Twins activated. It deals increased damage at 6 energy, then it deals even more damage when you use 9 energy, and even more if you would use 12 energy, which right now is impossible though. So we're gonna focus on accumulating 9 energy into our hand before we're gonna use our ultimate. And the way we're gonna accomplish that is to always save the double energies to our hand. We're never gonna use those actively. We can use energy that only gives us 1 energy. That is okay. But usually we want to save up all of our energy into our hand until the Twins have unlocked their ultimate. More to that in just a second when it actually happens. So the very first turn goes as follows. You use 1 incantation with Sharon because he only needs 1 Moxie to have his ultimate ready on turn 2. And on turn 2 we will use Sharon's ultimate that removes every single of Sharon's incantations from our hand. Therefore, in this turn 1, we're gonna go ahead and use everything that we have available with Enigma and Ulrich. We want to, of course, we want to free up, I should say, as much space from our hand so that we increase the chance of us drawing into additional energy for the Twins. So if you would, for example, let's say I could use this incantation and then the incantations to the left and right would fuse That is of course always something that you want to do, because that would, since the fusion process would happen, it would give your hand -1 card, and that is what you want. You want to use as many cards as possible, so that you make as much room as possible into your hand, to heighten the chance, to increase the chance of drawing into energy for the twins, so that they can go nuts with their ultimate as much as possible. Now here comes the kicker. You can see that the harmonization meter for the twins is filled, and whenever that would happen, they will present you a screen that you will see in just a second. Let the animations play out. This one right here. In this screen, you always go for a double energy. If this is mineral or star, that doesn't matter. This energy accumulated from this very screen though, it lasts quote-unquote only 1 turn. You can see this is a precast incantation. That tells you it lasts 1 turn. And whenever that would happen, this is the very turn right here that you would want to have the 9 energy accumulated for the ultimate for the twins. And this will not only happen, this is heavily RNG based. So this turn we're gonna count. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, that is not enough. So we're gonna save up more than that. Now, since this energy that we just accumulated only lasts for this very turn, we will use it, yeah? So that the twins use their incantation here, the mineral afflatus incantation, just 1 more time. We cannot keep this energy, so we're gonna use it. That's like the point of it. And be aware that here in the middle, you can switch back from your ultimate to another set of incantations that the twins use instead. And you have to do this unless you have 9 energy accumulated in your hand. Never use this ultimate below 9 energy accumulated. And so we're gonna go ahead, and now we're gonna again waste as many incantations from our hand as possible to make as much space as possible. So we're gonna use Enigma ultimate, Sharon's ultimate. We don't keep using Sharon's incantations because he removes them anyways, which will free up space anyways. Okay, and that is the whole process. I hope now that in the very next turn I would have actually accumulated enough energy to use the ultimate with the twins, which would be 9. But you can see this is a huge problem, that we don't have other instrument archetype characters, at least one, that would accumulate additional energy for us, because this scenario here will occur to you more often than not. You will always be stuck with 8 energy instead of 9, but you need the 9, yeah, to reach the threshold of increasing your damage with the twins ultimate, and that is often not gonna happen. So you are slower a little bit. Again, this is not too much of a big deal, but yeah, it plays a little bit of a role. And that's also why you would want P5. With P5 you can negate this issue. And as you can see our hand here already, we don't have 9 energy accumulated now either. Because the RNG screws us over and gives us a lot of incantations here for Enigma, for Sharon and Ulrich. And you know, normally in most of the testing rounds that I have done, I had the ultimate ready for the twins, just 1 turn delayed. In this very example here, yeah, the RNG screwed me over, and this is something that can happen. Then in that case you just switch back to the mineral afflatus set right here, and you're gonna repeat the process of using as many incantations from your hand as you possibly can to reduce your hand size as much as possible. Wait, let me do that again real quick. Let me play this accordingly here. Boom, they fuse, so I use them. Bob, Ulrich ultimate, and Enigma ultimate. See, this is how you, due to fusing, like you just saw that I did, you can make a little bit of more space here and there in your hand, and then that space could the next turn be filled with energy, right? You get the point. And this is what you're gonna do. Now, after you have used the ultimate with the twins like once, then you can start using the energy more actively to fill up the harmonization more for the twins. As if you use your energy actively, they will use their incantations more often. And that leads to you accumulating more harmonization, right? But in the very first turns, the harmonization meter is almost like completely filled anyways, so you don't have to use incantations actively. The energy incantations is what I mean. Of course, like you can use an energy that is just one energy here and there, that is totally fine. Never use the double ones though, that's the very, very important part. You need to save those up. And now look at our hand, we actually have the 9 energy accumulated, and then see, once you fill the harmonization meter, that screen shows up, and every 2 turns now it shows up one more time. But remember, this energy only lasts 1 turn, so now we keep our ultimate, we will use our ultimate, but we have to then this turn use 9 energy, so 2 energy, 4 energy, 6, 8 and 9. And that's gonna be about it. And this is how you play the twins in the current version here. You play them in Dynamo, and all you have to watch out for is to use your energy that you accumulate. You make space in your hand to accumulate more and more and more energy, and once you have 9 energy accumulated, you're gonna go ahead and let the twins bust out their ultimate, and it will deal, as you just saw, quite a significant amount of damage. Unfortunately, we are also a little bit delayed and yada yada yada, right? You get it. And see, now the harmonization meter here, it's, by the way, it's the meter below our HP bar. That is now completely not like unfilled, you know? So in order for us to fill this more quickly, one more time, we can use energies. We can use a few energies here, but never use the double energy. And if you use 1 energy, use these special energies here. You can see the pulse amplification here. This gives me a star energy, but it also has an extra effect. While this energy here gives me just 1 mineral energy. So I don't want to use that. I want to use the one that has a little bit of a special effect attached to it. And then you're just gonna repeat the process that I told you earlier. You use everything that you have available with Ulrich and Enigma, and you free up as much space of your hand. And that is literally how you play the twins in the current collaboration version. Then, next version in the 3rd anniversary with Coppelia joining the fray, this rotation would of course change a little bit. That is completely irrelevant, because the twins will be heavily outclassed by Regulus P2 anyways. Regulus P2 outclasses the twins P5 by multiple universes. So keep that in mind, please. This is especially important moving further and further down the line. And the more and more this instrument archetype expands, the better and better Regulus will become over the twins, because the Regulus has actual synergy with the instrument archetype. The twins just use the other instrument archetype characters for energy accumulation bots. There's no other synergy going on. And that's going to be about it. Now we can take a look into Psycubes, Portrays, and Resonance. The twins can wear 2 Psycubes, and both of these Psycubes are both signature Psycubes. One can be found here at the repair station, called the Art of Atoms. What it does is it gives you critical hit rate. It does the following as well: when the carrier attacks, if the carrier is also equipped with the other signature Psycube that I will show you in just a second, then critical damage plus 18%, and if the carrier is from the Star Afflatus, the instrument might increases by a certain amount of percent. The other signature Psycubes for the twins can be found in the event called Back to Chalome. Here on the left hand side on your screen, you will find this very Psychube here under the reward section. Just play that event a little bit and you will obtain that Psychube. What it does is it increases your critical damage, and when the carrier attacks, if the carrier has the other signature Psychube that I just showed you a second ago, also equipped in critical hit rate plus a certain amount of percent, and if the carrier is a middle character, damage dealt plus a certain amount of percentages as well. So that's about it. Let's move on to the resonance. Then for the resonance you're gonna use this here. I will leave a link to that in the description down below. But note that I didn't pull for the twins, so I'm not aware if they have the correct resonance pattern. If they have the resonance pattern Inspire here, this one gives you more damage bonus than any other resonance pattern in the game would. So please go ahead and use that one instead of the one shown right here in the picture. The resonance pattern is here just to increase your damage bonus with the twins as much as possible. Quick look into their portraits as well. All of these portraits here, they have pretty much the exact same value attached to them. The difference is, I mean, yeah, you have to get them at P1 at the very least. These portraits here, yeah, they increase the damage. That's not really the biggest deal in the world though. The biggest deal in the world is that they increase the energy accumulation that the twins have, and you need as much energy accumulation as you can possibly get. That's why, especially on global, since there is no other instrument character that can help with this energy accumulation present in the game, I would even go as far and say P5 is an absolute necessity. And if you have P5, what this P5 enables you to do is, instead of in the footage that I'm just showing you and in the guide that I made, where I told you to accumulate 9 energy before you use the ultimate with the twins, if you have them at P5, you can go for the maximum consumption of 12 energy. But that is only even possible if you have them at P5. That is like truly what you want, and right now on global for this collaboration patch, I say this is a must have. So there you go. And one more time, don't fall for the stupidity of the community. There are people running around trying to tell you that, or once the teammates for the twins, once they join the game, yeah, then the twins damage that will like double or even triple. Complete bullshit, yeah. This is like an increase in damage of 15 to 20%. It is absolutely nothing, and this character is also gonna be completely outclassed by P2 Regulus in the 3rd anniversary. And that's it about the video, guys. I hope that was fun and informative. If you like Reverse1999 content in general, please consider leaving a follow on my channel. I would really appreciate it. But until next time, take care of yourselves, have a great day, and we love this game.